Oh boy. Just woke up. Today's the 10th. Yesterday was my son and daughter's birthday. Got twins. I didn't even say happy birthday to them. I didn't even realize it till my daughter called and said she was trying to get a hold of her brother. On the trip. I've been pretty messed up. Been homeless most of my life. I'm a poor man. And although, often people have thought that I was wealthy, rich, and I was poorer than they were. But it's how you live your life, what you do with your money. And, I've got run off my own property, chased around on my own property by law enforcement and zoning. And, I've lost a lot again. I'm always willing to lose it all. And, friends is the hardest thing to lose. I was out in Oregon, Christmas Valley, making good friends out there for a couple of years, and had a pretty good job out there building the irrigation pivots and but yeah, I had to be me and do justice, when I saved some old man's life, or at least helped him escape from a very bad situation. Ainan Walters, who happened to be a Freemason on top of it all. Not that I'm a respecter of persons, but regardless, I definitely risked my life to help him out. And but he was very angry at his daughter and son-in-law because they basically had him trapped in the house for a year, feeding him very poorly. He had no access to his own retirement money or anything, and they were keeping it all, spending it, and sometimes they were, of course, buying drugs, meth. And but Ainan was mad, and he talked to the police after. Well, I had to call the police because his daughter wanted him out of my place where I was staying, and I said he could stay. And he said, no, he can't. He's crazy. He doesn't need it. No, and I'm like, no, I'll take him to the doctor. We'll get him checked out. Find out if he's crazy or not. But he was upset at his daughter, and his mind was good. He remembered everybody's name. He remembered every detail. He remembered more than I did. And when the cops came, he told the cops that his daughter and son-in-law were dealers, drug dealers, and that they're part of a ring of drug dealers. And he mentioned everybody's name who had come over there. Everybody. And I heard him. I was outside the camp trailer listening to what he was saying to the police. So now I'm trying to, I knew these guys weren't drug dealers and they didn't need hassles by the cops. So I go to the police, the sheriff department, Christmas Valley, Oregon, and I talk to both the deputy that Anan had spoke to, plus Bumpus, who was a good guy. But he had his notebook, he had my name in it, and he had all these names that Anan had given him that I had given him. So what happens to Bumpus? He's driving down the road and hits the only rock for miles. Gets killed. And his girlfriend's got his notebook, and they find my name in it, and that I'd mentioned all these names of all my friends. They were all my friends. I was protecting them. And saying, look, they're not drug dealers. They're desperados. They use this stuff to work in the hayfields at 3 in the morning. Whatever. But anyways, the notebook gets discovered. Me, all of a sudden I'm a narc. Oh boy. And so I went camping, then never came back. Ended up leaving all my stuff, realizing what the situation was, realizing why my good friend Mike, who was tweaking at work, doing a piss poor job. I was building that building. Mike's going to show us how to do that. I'm the old man on the job. Fucking shaming these young guys. Yeah. Anyway, I left Christmas, Oregon. I had a lot going there in a short time. I liked it, but it was important. I had to move on. I ended up in San Francisco. That was great. Christmas Valley was great too. I loved it there. Just at the very last minute, it got very hairy. And but I had all my dogs out there, and we ended up camped out in the desert. That was nice. And we had this dog, Sneaker. Well, that's Barb called him Sneaker. Barb, she was a good friend, and I liked her a lot, but she literally is dog crazy. Her and Max wanting to save dogs. And I save my own dogs if I can, but I'm not out there. I don't rescue dogs. That's not why I have dogs. I'm not a dog rescuer. Okay? I'm just trying to be responsible for dogs that my dogs have had puppies. And then when I give puppies away, I tell people, if it don't work out, I'll take the dog back. Okay, I've got dogs back after a year. And matter of fact, 2 of them that were born in San Francisco. Sasha and Shasta. Uh, I'd given them away as pups to people, and, rather than them, I didn't want to see the dogs go to the Humane Society or something when it doesn't work out for people. But that's the only reason why I have 8 dogs myself right now, is because I take responsibility for my own. And I'm probably a bit off balance there too, because doggone it, the world took my children away. And but I also haven't been socializing enough in that where I could easily have given a lot more dogs away. But so, Buster, he's my good dog. He's the only one I wanted. Raggy, a friend brought Raggy and an old man, a friend of mine, to where I was staying, and said, you better take these or they're going to get hurt. Well, Raggy'd already been getting abused. James was he was an old guy that needed friendship and needed someone to take care of him, help him out. He hung with me for a while. But Raggy, she was so messed up, she wouldn't go to anybody or anything. And, that was all back in, let's see, 02 Raggy. Oh, that was, excuse me. Boy, I'm telling stories now, I know. Anyways, I couldn't talk to Raggy for like 6 months. I never gave her a name. If you even looked at her, she would run. And she was probably 4 or 5 months old when they gave her to me. She was almost a year old before she started to trust me. And I got her to trust me by not saying anything to her, because that freaked her out. If I wanted her outside, she wanted inside. If I wanted her inside, she wanted outside. It was always the opposite, because she was afraid and she would bolt. And so, I learned to, in order to get her outside, I'd walk by her a couple times wherever she was laying, and then casually just pick her up and hold her securely and walk outside with her, let her out. And then I do the same thing outdoors, where she trusts me to walk by her, and she was always watching. But eventually she trusted me, and I gave her a name, and she's been the mother of all these pups. Her and Buster been doing it doggy style, of course. But that's how I got dogs. I'm just saying, look, I'm just a poor man, and I've always tried to help people along the way, and will continue to do so. I left everything behind in Oregon. I began to build my life up. Uh, yeah, and I'm talking materialistically. You know, that's what we are. That's part of our lives. I'm not anti-material. I love technology. I love stuff. I love tools. I love using things. Oh, saying love, you know, that's oh, but I've just been trying, and well, today's February 10th. It's almost 7 o'clock. It's still dark out. I guess I'm making these morning videos, waking up with things on my mind and just wanting to share them. And you know, I take risk, you know, and I've taken some again, you know, and we'll see what happens. But I hope the weather warms up. We'll get some good feelings too. Yeah, I was laying there and wasn't thinking, oh, I gotta make a video. I was just thinking I can't keep laying here. And so I got up and started talking about Christmas Valley. They thought I was a narc. You know, I was a frickin' saint out there. Except I think I owe Troy Cheeks a couple $100. Troy, you're good to me. Everybody owed Troy. And, but we became pretty good friends. And but I liked everybody out there. You know, Kenny, who I ended up, you know, moving to his place. At first I came out there from going to a rainbow gathering and meeting Dale Tweedy. Hey Dale. Though I haven't been in any contact. I haven't even called, except for I called Barb to see if Sneaker stayed and was there when she got there, because he was a nice dog, but I didn't take him with me. I regret that sometimes, but I didn't feel that he was my dog, even though he had adopted us. But Barb really needed him for her operation there. She was rescuing dogs, and he was good. Sneaker was a good dog. And he was a dog that was some kind of expensive Indian dog, is what I was told. Since somebody had paid a reward a few times to get the dog back, but he always ran away. But he hung out with me and my dogs, and he let me put him on a chain. You know, if my dogs were on the chain, he wanted to be on the chain too. So I treated him the same as my dogs, but I left him with Barb. I saw she really needed him. And Barb, I hope you ain't working so hard, man. Yes. That gal, she literally wore her fingers to the bone. And there's a lot of hard-working people in this world. I got a lot of respect for people I met out there. But winners and losers. We all win some and we all lose some. But good morning. I don't know why. I've been waking up in the morning thinking about things. That's usually I wake up and I get up and laying there thinking. That's why I got up. But peace, y'all. You have a good week. I know I'm going to, and take it on head first. And I love y'all, and see you soon.